My name is Pearl, and this is my story. The very first thing I can remember from childhood is running with friends trying to catch the dragonflies that flew around us. In between my finger and thumb, I held one of them and remember the feeling of admiration for something that was so small, yet so alive. Childhood is a fascinating thing. The lens that I viewed the world felt so much more magical than the reality I was far too young to understand.
I left Pearl when she was, I think, more than a year old, and every night after my work I just cry, I couldn't sleep for a year.
Growing up listening to her stories after immigrating to the United States felt like the beginning of my own story.
It took a while before I found that peace and happiness in my life. I struggle a lot, and I just don't want to see Pearl to struggle forever.
And just like that, living turned into survival. Surrounded by people who didn't look like me, sound like me, or understand me felt like a cage I had to escape. The first time I held a paintbrush, though, the world fell into silence. The first time I pressed the shutter of a camera, the world just made a little bit more sense. I yearned a place I can barely remember, a home that wasn't a home. But I knew that the only way for me to find peace in the chaos was to go home. So I did. How are we feeling?
We finally arrived, of course. I'm overexcited. Mixed emotion.
You're gonna see your twin sister.
Of course.
Are you excited?
Very. Can I kiss you? It's been a long time.
How are you? Look, it's Tita! Oh my God! Welcome home. The trip to my home country reminded me of why community is so essential to the mind and spirit. It starts with family, blood or chosen. So we are finally here in the Philippines, and it's just so surreal that I'm even here in the first place. But 4 flights and 3 layovers later, it's finally here. I've heard that social impact through creative communities can be described using the dragonfly effect, divided by the 4 wings. The first wing represents focusing on a measurable goal. The second wing represents finding your community. The third wing is to foster personal connections, and the fourth wing is to use your differences to reach a common goal. Well, I'd like to add something to this. The body of the dragonfly represents the roots of an artist. And to get to the roots, the why, I had to go back to the beginning.
If I got lucky for the day I have money for a jeepney, I took a jeepney. Yeah. Most of the time I'm on foot walking. This is a luxury for me taking a jeepney.
I remember this!
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, I remember this!
You pick this stick to Gigi near the sari-sari store.
Girl, you were baptized on this church that built uphill here in Daraga. And you lost your shoe while doing the baptism.
Philippines.
Pajak!
You ride Pajak.
But eventually, I knew I had to face the one human connection I feared my whole life. Today is the day that I go and visit my biological dad for the first time in 17 years since I immigrated when I was 5.
It's your Papa Puto's house. Good afternoon.
How are you?
Mata English spoken in po.
Remember it.
Because this is not like this before.
Oh,
She's your nanny in a very short time.
Oh, really? You were my nanny?
Yes, in a
Oh,
very
nice
short
to see you again. I said nice to meet you. Okay, I will get it.
Hindi kayo understand Tagalog. But you can
little bit.
you can
Just certain words.
you can speak
I can't speak Tagalog. Although I couldn't communicate with them through the language, I felt that the love was there. I don't remember much of my country, but I remember the feeling. It's the same feeling I get when I'm with my family, friends, and my community. It's the feeling of belonging, the feeling that we are more together than the sum of ourselves. Making art has been my force of expression, but it's the people in my community that helped me grow and be the artist I am today. One of the people within this community is a fashion designer from Milwaukee.
Hi, my name is Maria Olson and I am a fashion designer for my brand, Mishka. When I have bigger projects, like my last collection project, Nymphea, I wanted to do a really cool fashion film to kind of showcase and show off the collection and the pieces more, and I really could not have done that without collaborating with artists in the community. So Pearl came in and she really directed the whole video and aspect, and then we hired a choreographer to add some more essence and movement to the video, and then we had our makeup artists, our jewelry artists, and every single person involved, you know, even the models, are bringing something new to the project and making it what it is.
Artists like Maria have nurtured and inspired me, shaping the artist I am today. Together, we are more than the sum of ourselves, bound by the shared stories and genuine connections that we make.